Guys never get headaches.
Next comic, give it loud for everybody for Anthony Eugenio. We're gonna have the next comic. Very funny. Wayne Russell, everybody.
Welcome to the Open Mic Pain with Anthony and Wayne podcast.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Open Mic Pain with Anthony and Wayne. Today I am joined by my co-host, Anthony Eugenio. Anthony, how are you doing today?
I'm okay, lukewarm after that intro. I gotta say, Wayne, that was bottom five. That was bottom five.
It wasn't. I had the arms going. I don't know if you
you're
caught
getting
that.
all excited. Exactly. You're like, if you're listening for audio, go fuck yourself. But I'm doing a stupid hand motion.
I'm excited because we're doing another episode similar to the Bukaki episodes, but with one of my jokes. And it's not an old joke, but it's a newer joke that I wrote. Well, everything's newer that I wrote for the most part, but we're gonna base it off of my Richard the Gay Ghost joke. So a cool thing about that is you will be able to hear me do this joke live. Not live, but you'll hear it on the podcast. You'll hear a recording of it. But I've been trying to work on this joke, and Anthony has been trying to help me punch it up, and it's just not working for the same reason that Bukaki wasn't working. So we're like, fuck it. This is the new Bukaki. So we're going to work on this joke together but separately and see what comes of it. So, where do you want to start from there? Should we talk about what my version of the joke is now? I mean, I'm not going to do it word for word, but...
Well, I think we should establish the premise. So what is this joke had started because I went to a birthday party at your house and I got your mail pretty close to that. Mm-hmm. And we started talking about how that you need to make a joke about that. There has to be a joke about that area too. And then I remember talking about the booty hole part of your joke and getting into the ghost era of it. So why don't we just talk about, like, what is the bit? Because I'm going to be taking your premise as well. Like, how I'm going to say my neighbor died or whatever. You know.
So actually, where this... Wow, I actually forgot about this. But where this started was I had written a joke about a ghost and having it coach you in things in life, especially sex. And the initial punchline of it was, don't forget to stick a finger in her booty hole. And that was right before that birthday party when I got the Out magazine, and you came over and you said, "Dude, this is it. It's not just a ghost; it's a gay ghost, and it's not stick a finger in her booty hole; it's your booty hole." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" So that changed everything. So the premise is that I've never been haunted before. I've never seen a ghost, but now I want to because I bought a house and I know who would haunt me. Because the guy that lived here before me was a gay man, and he died. And I still get his mail, and part of that mail is Out magazine. And in the joke, I read all of these magazines, and he's watching me as a ghost read them, so that he now thinks I'm a closeted gay man. So when I am, having sex with my wife, he sees me as a fraud, and he's trying to coach me into being the true gay man that I am. So it's that's the premise of it. That's the trajectory of the joke.
Yeah, that was more than the premise. That was a good synopsis of your joke. You're pretty start to finish, so that's good. So my idea is to take that premise of I bought a house off of a gay man who died, and now I think he might be haunting me. And the angle that I took is to just lean a lot more into how fucking awesome that would be because of how great gay guys are at fucking. Just by the numbers. Because if you think about it, like there's the 10,000 hour rule. Do anything from 10,000 hours and you become a master at it. That no matter what you're building a table, doing comedy, plowing an asshole, definitely has that same exact time frame. And even Will Smith in his prime in Hitch, he's still working to nail ladies. He has to work for it. It's not nailing everybody that he walks down the street. He has to, put in it's still scarcity. we're all just starving lions in the Sahara when you're a guy trying to, go and, get to plow a lady. But if you're gay, it's the floodgates are open. So my idea is to say that I wrote one line, and this is what gave me the idea that we should separate this joke into doing this, is that if you're a straight, like for me, every bit of sexual encounter I get is like taking a sip off of a leaf in a desert of rainwater as it comes down. And I'm like, oh, please, thank you, God. Oh, man, I was just about to die. And gay dudes leave the faucet open all day. They just rain and come all in their life. So to me, I'm like, who else better to learn from?
Yeah.
Right, Wayne?
I mean, think about it. Like, guys are always asking, and the other half always has a headache, Guys never get headaches.
No. Could you bet? I bet they don't even ask. Like, I bet it's not even like a, hey, are you feeling, like, what do you think we should? I bet there's just like a, they both walk in the room and you just hear wah 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 wah, and then the motor starts going, and they don't even make eye contact. They just lean away from the force and they come together. That's how I see it going, and it's exciting to me because again, I wanted to learn jiu-jitsu from a guy constantly rolling in jiu-jitsu. I want to learn from a master, a guy who's putting those reps in. I don't want to learn from fucking Matthew McConaughey who's having sex, once a day if he's lucky? See, you think that's a lot?
If he's lucky.
If he's lucky he's having sex once a day. These gay dudes are fucking, that is part of the curriculum. I guess. I don't know. I think I'm putting a lot of this on. I'm just assuming stuff. But still, that's the bit. So, as you can see, I find it really entertaining to get Mr. Miyagi'd by a gay dude for sex. Like, in a way where he's just, I'm so novice to their excellence. So that's the angle I'm going to try taking it.
Now, are you going to keep it a ghost, or are you going to just keep it like a gay neighbor?
No, I'm going to say that the guy died in the mail. I wanted to have the essence of your joke, so I want to have the same, like, oh my God, I found his mail to it. But I'm just going to say, like, I was not scared by the idea of having him haunt me. I welcomed it. Because they say that, like, to get haunted by a ghost or demon, you have to invite them into your life. I will invite this into my life. I need it. I need somebody to, Casper guide my dick.
It's funny you say that because I have a part to the joke that I've never done on stage, but it's at the very end. It's basically I'm really nervous that he would try to get me to he would try to fuck me, but on the flip side, it's probably not that bad if you're going to experiment with your sexuality. You might as well do it with a ghost. There's a lot of benefits to it. For one, if somebody walks in on you, they're not going to see the ghost. They're going to think you're having a seizure. And if they do see the ghost, who's going to believe them? I don't think ghosts have STDs. The only thing Richard's going to give me in terms of STDs is getting sex to death. And then if it goes wrong, just call an exorcist. I don't know if it's that funny, but it's something that I've had in my notes. I'm like, I just never had a chance to do it. But
I wonder if like Richard had like ghost raisins or ghost pineapple that day, whether his like ectoplasm would be different.
Just a little bit better tasting.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
smell like bleach.
Yeah. That's not good. You should talk to somebody. I need to put a serious PSA here that if your cum smells like bleach, you've done something wrong.
I was trying to cure COVID.
Hey. You could just inject it into your veins, everybody, I guess. Why don't we just do that? That was all right. Quick aside down the Anthony. We're gonna call it the Anthony rabbit hole, where I go down a road that I don't even know where I'm going, and I hope that it leads to somewhere funny. But man, can we just be in remembrance of the time that during COVID, Donald Trump was like, "What? Why don't you just inject bleach into your veins? That would take care of it, right?" And the lady who is like the head of medicine for the United States had to look at him like, "Yeah, yep." Yeah, totally. He's the president. That's why he will always get. I'm sorry, fuck you guys. He's gonna get my vote, not because of whatever he does in there, but I need that. Like we need as a country, the only thing that will make us get out of this shithole is to have that guy give us the beautiful comedy that he gives us. Joe Biden does not give us comedy. He just really inappropriately talks to little girls, and that's not funny. That's not funny at all because it's just weird.
I don't think his nose is making words. This is not
Yeah.
words.
It might cackle because I'm sure he has pneumonia because he's got a little bit of liquid in his lungs probably at all times. So yeah, that's disgusting. But Donald Trump would go up to that same little girl, and he'd be like, "Tell him you met the Donald," and he'd, he said it. He said it. He said what he'd do, and and again, it would no matter what though. I promise you'd be funny, and as comedians, we need it. We fucking need that shit.
I gotta say, on another quick aside, he is definitely the funniest president that we've ever had. Like his sense of humor is so good. Love him or hate him, like he is. He had me laughing so many times, whether it was intentional or not. He was pretty funny.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan's wife. I know she wasn't the president at the time, but man, she's close. She's close because she used to do like tarot card readings, and she used to say that like the Holy Spirit was talking to her, and then Reagan should bomb a foreign country. So that was cool. Miss her. But yeah, I just want
Was
to
she?
bring back. Well, go ahead.
Reagan was the actor, right?
Yeah. Cowboy.
So we're gonna do a quick spoiler alert for the Michelle Wolf special. I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you got to this part yet. I think we're going to do an episode on this, but there was one joke in there. She talked about it was Nancy Reagan, right?
Yeah, Nancy.
Yeah, talked about Nancy Reagan being the throat goat in Hollywood, and I was fucking dying, dude. Like,
Yeah, that was the
dude,
thing.
that was such a good joke.
She'd known for just fucking laying the smack down on cocks in Hollywood. She gets King Cock, Ronald Reagan at the time, and he's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna rule the free world. I'm very good at riding horses, and he got to take that skill, which wasn't really that great of a skill, and he ended up seeing aliens. Apparently, I'm gonna take it to aliens. Yeah, I think he saw aliens. But yeah, his crazy ass bitch wife Nancy just was loose cannon, and they both went senile, and it was rough towards the end there. But Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. That was cool.
Yeah, it was a good
That
time.
was cool. That was tight of him to do that. That was cool to take down that wall. So, what is this episode about? I don't.
We were talking about Richard the Gay Ghost, and you doing your version of it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, exactly. So our dichotomy is you're going to showcase more of the ghost side of things. My idea is the second I figure out the ghost is gay, I get excited and I just start talking about how I want to be Hitch by a gay guy, a gay ghost instead of Will Smith.
Yeah, I I love this so much. I can't wait. I can't wait for this. I think at the beginning of this episode, or maybe at some point in the middle here, I have a good. I think I have a good audio and video of me doing this at Coffee and Cotton, in kind of an older form. Maybe I'll play that for reference, and then obviously, just like we did with Bukaki, maybe we'll go back to One Broadway, and we'll do a similar thing, get some really nice audio and video, and then show each one. But so I guess before we end, do either of us have any sort of ideas for the other's version? I guess for me, I kind of said it. I guess maybe for me, it would be what I said about the guys never get headaches or whatever. Um, I don't know. Maybe if I was writing your version, I'd probably throw that in there. But
I like that though. That'll fit in there in some way. I'll Anthony it, but it'll work. I wanted you to do Patrick Swayze in there somewhere, but again, I don't know if that's gonna land on you. Bring up Patrick Swayze in your setup.
yeah, and Ghost. Yeah, I know that.
I just think that again, like him coming down and doing pottery with you or something somewhere in your joke, that'd be nice.
Maybe if it's not even that, maybe if I just reference like the Unchained Melody.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe I'll be doing something. Maybe I could throw a point in there where I'm doing something that's almost like pottery, and like I just hear Unchained Melody playing.
Oh man. I mean, maybe too that
Like what
you
the
can
fuck
do.
is that?
But what if you did like again the gay version of the pottery scene? Like you were like, there I was, filling sausage casings with meat.
I've made sausage in the past. I have a sausage attachment for my KitchenAid for real.
And then you just see Richard's hands come around the side of you and say, "Let me
And
show
stroke
you."
the sons. He goes right around me and just goes straight for the sausage case.
Exactly. Your eyes, do, 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 your eyes.
Oh
Yes.
fuck!
That was exactly my.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to maybe. So I have that part like, what's he gonna do to haunt me out of the closet? Maybe I'll make that just a little bit longer, and maybe I'll make it like it actually happened to me, type of thing. Like, yeah, I was making sausages.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way because I could just picture that. Like everybody's gonna go right to the potting scene.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's a good one. I like that.
That's why you play the game, everybody. Yeah, there's lots of things you could do. You could say like you made fudge and you were packing it. You came around.
That's low. I think that's low hanging fruit. That's
That is
too like
low-hanging
that's
fruit.
that's like a 8th grade joke.
It's so good though. So good to think that at some point someone was like, "Fudge packer," and the guy was like, "Whoa, oh my god!" Like to the level of you're like, I'm literally compressing shit into another guy's asshole, and you can that beautiful congruity that somebody ended up bringing into that. That is. If you're a comedian, that's the first thing you start noticing about life is the intricacies of like, you're like, oh man, that's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry how bad that is for a whole group of people, but fudge, packer.
Did they ever make that joke on The Office? Packer, Todd Packer. Did they ever call him Fudge Packer?
I don't think so. No, I think like you said, it's low hanging fruit. It really is, unfortunately. But
so it would work on The Office because Michael Scott was all low hanging fruit.
yeah, that's true.
Like that's what she said is super low hanging fruit, and that he just made it funny.
But I think the sausage casing probably the way to go. You're right. It'd be a little less of a low hanging fruit one, but yeah, fill that sausage.
I'm wondering. So in yours, you're looking to take on the ghost as almost like a sensei,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like a gay sensei.
Yeah, like most would be scared at the concept of having a ghost, but the fact that I got to humanize him a little bit by learning about him, by getting that magazine in the house, just got me all excited about the possibilities because this is a guy that is never going to be able to tell my secrets to anybody, is not even a real person that I got to text or be around or is going to know my wife or anything like that. It's literally, this is my imaginary friend. And it just so happens that he is going to be a black belt and coming. And you make fucking food every day. It's good to be pretty good at cooking. You know what I mean? And if every 4 months you get to have sex with a lady, it's a regular act at that point. So you got to be good at it. And I think that a gay ghost, I don't know who would be better at instructing sex. Name it. You find me a better person than somebody that literally died having sex, probably. What was the cause of death of the guy you bought the house off of? Do you even know?
I have no idea. I think it might have been cancer.
This would be the time to make up something that would be funnier. Wait, so we didn't shoot the podcast in the face. You should have said, I think he died from rectal trauma. Oh, man. All right. One more. Before we go. My favorite text I've gotten from you for a while. I didn't bring it up.
I'm probably not going to put that in, by the way.
All right. Well, you could take this out if you want to take it out, because I don't even know if you want to give away this part of your joke. But you were doing TikTok, and you did it at Book and Bar, and the Magic Johnson part didn't get a laugh on it. And you were like,
yeah.
Because he had AIDS. And then later, 2 days later, you're like, I think I had a great save there. What do you think? Man, I laughed for like 10 minutes because literally the joke was for everybody there, not to give away the joke, but to give you the concept of
I'll give it away. It's fine.
Okay. So he's talking about whose dick he would suck. And then he would say, well, he wouldn't want to suck Magic Johnson's dick, but at the same time, he'd probably get some drugs for sucking Magic Johnson's dick, because that's the only way he'd be alive to suck it twice. And he said that to no laughs, and then he went, because he's got AIDS, you see?
and people, the only reason, dude, it was awesome when I said that, because somebody, and it might have been a Voss, I'm not sure, but somebody went, oh, I don't know if you heard that from where you were, but
I did. That I saw that guy. He was doing it sarcastically. He was like, "Oh, I get it now." But it was because you were like, "Yeah, everybody knows Magic Johnson is."
It got laughs though.
Oh yeah, it did. It did. It was a great save. Oh man, you acted like you pulled you were. It'd be like if a magician was on stage and he needed to pull a dove out of his hat and accidentally someone saw it in his sleeve and he was like, it's like, what a great save. What a great save that was. I smushed it into my arm. That's what you did to that dove of comedy on stage.
I was surprised because that's the first time that line had like complete like deer in headlights looks to me.
That's why it was so.
And how many times have I done that joke?
Yeah, you've done it 10 times and it's worked 9 of them. So it was just so good because it'd be like if I was on stage and I was like, "Oh Jesus, he's a real pussy, huh? Up on that cross, because he's crucified. You get it? You see?"
I think for that particular crowd, I don't think they put drugs. I think they were thinking strictly like weed or cocaine or something. They weren't thinking like stave off the AIDS drugs.
I think the second you said Magic Johnson, AIDS filled the room's Inception brain portion of it.
I don't think they put together AIDS reducing drugs though.
Maybe not. Maybe you're right, but I loved it.
I do. I had so much fun there. I had so much fun with that one.
We had a good time. But all right, we just put 10 more minutes on this podcast for our outro, which is double the time of it, which is great. Great way to do it.
Yeah, if it's usable.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, man, I hope so, because I just laughed my dick off. I hope everybody else found that as funny as I did, because that was so good. It was a beautiful save. But okay, we've talked about our beautiful Richard the Gay joke that we're going to raise as a same-sex couple, and we're going to release it out of 2 households. So we're gonna see how he does. That's my outro.
That's what you have. That's what you have.
That's what I had for the outro. This wasn't that good. Why don't you mop it up?
Oh shit. Well, I'll put some stuff in here so you can kind of hear the initial version of the joke and where we're starting from. In addition to what we talked about already, at some point, don't know when, but we got some things coming up. We're going to be doing different jokes for a while. I think we're getting close for that comedy competition at the Burren, and a few other things. And maybe after that, we'll go out, do the joke a couple times, and then go over to One Broadway and record it nice and neat, and come back and talk about how we think we did, and maybe we'll end it there. Maybe we'll go a little further. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoy that. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, share, all that happy shit. And yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's how we end our podcast.
That's how we're going to do it. I just berated you. I was like, this is my chance. This is my chance to give Anthony a hard time because he did a really bad outro, and then I fucked it up.
I know. Then you went, you did the comic equivalent of what else? What else? What else?
There's something else I want to say, and I'm going to forget until we end it, and then maybe I'll put a thought bubble over my head like, duh.
All right, everybody. You ready for an outro?
Let's do it.
Okay. Whew. Here we go, everybody. So you're ready to come watch me and Wayne at One Broadway Collaborative talk about how we want to get ectoplasmed right in our face. And we're not going to make a weird face about it. We're not going to go like, away. We're going to lean into it. We're going to lean right into that ghost ecto come, and we're going to make him happy. So that's it, everybody. So come with us, literally, on another step in the ghost quest for laughs. Good night.
I do not want to die most days. The one cool thing I think about dying would be becoming a ghost, right? You guys see YouTube videos, you hear stories. Ghosts these days are really fucking boring, right? They're always roaming the halls, moaning and stuff, and sitting in the corner, crying for their lost lover. Well, guess what, Eleanor? Robert died 200 years ago. He didn't come back for your ghost-ass pussy. He obviously didn't like it. And he doesn't love you. So get on with your death and do something fun. You never see ghosts do anything fun or interesting, right? You ever wake up for a midnight snack, go down to the kitchen and see a ghost making a ham sandwich, kicking back a couple, 2-3 Bud Lights? No? You ever walk down the streets of Lowell, turn down an alley, see a specter in a trench coat, flash it real quick and disappear like a real-life Snapchat? No. They're freaking boring, man. There. Anybody here ever been haunted before? Or see a ghost? You have? Did he show you his dick? That's my point. He didn't. I would love to be haunted. I want to see a ghost. I bought my house about 8 months ago, and I know exactly who would haunt me. The guy that owned the house before me, his name was Richard, and he died about 2 years ago. And I've learned a lot about him because I started getting his mail. About 2 weeks after I moved in, I went to the mailbox and I saw a magazine addressed to him. And it was in a plastic bag. It had a white cover, white bag, so you could tell what it was. I'm like, sweet. I'm getting myself some postmortem Playboy. I am in for this. So I bring the magazine inside. I open it up. Come to find out, old Dickie was gay. He was gay. He had an after-lifetime subscription to Out magazine. Now, he's been dead for 2 years. I want to know how much he paid in advance, because I've been getting this magazine now. I've read 7 of them. And I said read them. I read every single one while my wife is playing with my son in the other room. Don't judge me. They have awesome photographer. It's such a good magazine. But this is my point. This is the ghost that would haunt me. A gay ghost that now thinks I'm a closeted gay man because I've read 7 Out magazines. What would he do to try to haunt me out of the closet? Then I wake up one day, all my stools are upside down, the legs all lubed up. Every time I turn on the TV, it's a birdcage marathon. All my bananas find their way into the freezer somehow. I don't know. That's all cheeky fun. I'm fine with that. That's the good stuff. What I need him to do is stay out of my sex life. I can't have him interrupting my quarterly conjugal with my wife. And I know he would too, because don't forget, he thinks I'm a closeted gay man. So he's going to watch me doing the deed, which I'm not very good at, by the way. He would watch me doing it and think I'm just doing it to go through the motions and try to hide everything. So he'd be right over here, like, coaching me, like a ghost coach in my ear. Trying to get me in his neck of the woods. I'd be doing it and they'd be, that's not what you like, Wayne. What? Let her do it. Put it in the other one. What? What are you talking about? Why don't you let her stick a finger in your booty hole? Don't talk about that. That's good. That's my time, guys. Thank you very much.